to make sure that this would not be the case. On a final note, I have also heard about you doing the price and all of that. But my major concern in terms of even the timing of the offer, for the Nigerian market, May, June, July is the harvest season, which means that a number of retail shareholders will have good returns from the other companies that they have invested in. And if you are coming in that time, the chances are high they will do a transfer from the dividend that they've taken from 3, 4, 5 companies and giving to you who is in need of money. What is the timing that you are looking at in view and in line with what I've just said? So at the beginning, we don't have a situation where the level of involvement will be lower than is anticipated. I also want to draw your attention to the fact that the company shares is currently standing at 12 naira 60 kobo. And the reason that it's also standing at that is because of the announcement that there are going to be a right issue. One thing that I'm certain is that once the price is announced, you're going to begin to find activities around the shares of the company. I want you to be extremely conscious of the fact that should we get the pricing wrong, should we do the end of the hockey stick in terms of our pricing, I will extremely get punished for a wrong decision as well. So I want us to be extremely, I've seen some of your advisors. One of the things I also tell people about advisors and shareholders are like prostitutes. All they're interested in, you've gone to bed with you and all the group. And because if you're in doubt, some of the shareholders who are here are also shareholders in Nigerian bureaus. They're also shareholders in Guinness. They're also shareholders in the other one where you are. So shareholders, like financial advisors, are prostitutes as long as so it shouldn't be that of the money that they are going to make that will determine the direction of the advice that you get. Because if they do, you get punished as a company. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My question is this. You are written rightly. Owo Labi Peter. What you are doing is right. But I want to know, sir, our foreign partners and some other key shareholders, those that are having millions of shares, have you spoken with them? Do you have any meeting with them? Are they ready to take their shares? This is major important because the money we are looking for definitely is on the other side. Because with the present situation in the country, some of us are cancer shareholders in Nigeria. We've neglected buying equity shares because they are not paying money. No dividend is paid, and the equity is going down on daily basis. So, a majority of us here, we are herders. We are looking for what we are going to eat. We don't even want to invest more. We want to eat the fruit of our labor. Majority of them here, 80, 70, 60 and above. And they don't have any other job. You only depend on whatever we have from dividends. And when dividend is not coming in, what do you think we can use the little ones that are coming in to invest again? It's not possible. So we are here to approve. But I don't think majority of us will go for it with that. They will want what they are having. Like myself, I know how many units I have. I can't buy more because I want the one that will come in so that it will sustain my life. And so many people here. Because we must not deceive ourselves. But I know that before you bring up this type of matter, you should have met so many shareholders, and then you should have concluded, and they are ready to take their shares. Without that, I'm sorry, sir. God will help us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. My name is Adeniyi BBC. I'm the National Coordinator, Independent Shareholders Association of Nigeria. I will go straight to the point. Meeting of this nature is usually called to fulfill all the righteousness. We cannot stop it. The only thing we can do is to trust our board and management to perform. Your integrity is on the line. If after a while you come back to us again, either we can't raise the money, or we have raised the money, we can't see what we have done with it. I hope that will not be the case. Going for the purpose for which this increase is being sought. You want to raise money for rights, to pay debts, to reduce your obligation to the bank. From the experience, and this is where we expect our strength to come in. After paying off the money, at the end of the day, like the earlier speaker said, then we start hearing about the listing. The listing, we don't want you again. Whereas you have used our money to rescue yourself. Another point which the last speaker mentioned, and I want to elaborate upon, what will probably happen is that the foreign partners will not only take their own, because if we have not agreed, we will not even come forward with it. And they will mop up the one we cannot take because we are poor. That is not right. What ourselves should be working upon is how to empower, encourage the local small holders. In some parts of Europe, you see a company like this, it's owned by about 35% of small shareholders. That way you can't do whatever you like. But by the time we bring the books forward, maybe all of us here, we are holding less than 5% or perhaps 10%. That shouldn't be the case. I will end my address by making something very clear. We don't have any business with SEC. And SEC doesn't have any business with us. The situation which we must get very clearly is that you, the corporate body, you know what it means to you if you have people like this. We are the ones doing you a favor. And if somebody is holding you behind to antagonize us, you don't need anybody to tell you that you are digging your own grave, because there will be a day you will call a meeting like this, you won't see anybody to attend. Thank you very much. Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The name is Evangelist Dr. Anthony Omotola. I want to thank the board for the action they are taking. We are aware of this loan which they sought at one time to be able to pivot the operations of the company and be able to complete the factory in Ogun State. It's a welcome development. However, there are some advices I want to give. In line with what the earlier speaker has said, and based on experience in the industry. I want to ask the board to have a second look at the size of the increment, because for every increment there's a charge attached, even at CSC level. Apart from that, I want to look at the operational relevance of the size of the capital we're authorizing and will be subsequently raising. Why I say that is that we could do this in phases, and I want to give options. When I say phases, instead of going the full route, we can make it 2 or 3 times. Start with some reasonable quantity. When we survive that one, we can come back and do it. And in doing that, I want to suggest the fact that even the option of the right issue, we can have convertible preference shares with a tenor, so that those people that have the money now, they could give to us. It's like loan, they will also be entitled to dividends as a right, and then they give us that money we use to reduce the actual debt. So that liability of the debt will be reduced, if not finalized. Then the remaining part of it could be put into the right issue at a very reasonable quantity. Why I said this based on experience, like the earlier speaker has said, we have examples of our companies that when they reach that peak of 70, 75, the temptation is there. They don't read it. Yes, if you can make it another 2-3 units, so we'll call them foreign investor, whatever they are. What happens is that they can absorb shocks in terms of return on investment. But the minority shareholders, majority of the people here that buys 10 units, 100 units, 500, 1,000, what they want is return, immediate return on their investment. And that their cover is very, very important to them. Yes, immediate return on investment. So why the major stakeholders can absorb, can wait for 3 years, 5 years, because they know they have invested medium to long time. These people here cannot do that. And that is why you see the likes of NBC, 7up, they listen now, while they go back to the family line and the major investors so that they can manage their affairs. Nobody is challenging them to give them return. Having said that, I want us to be aware of over-bloated share capital, so that you limit yourself to capital you can service well. It's very, very important, because if you have over-bloated capital which you cannot service very well, the end result is that you are coming back for reconstruction, and when you come back to reconstruction without taking the option of buyback, all of us will be at loss end. I want us to be aware of that. So, by and large, like I said, let us work on the share capital that we have ability to service. Finally, there is the last resolution which the Secretary read, where they want us to empower the Secretary to do the needful. We will be empowering the board. The board can now delegate to whoever is relevant. So the name of the Secretary there, or the Ward Secretary, should be deleted and substituted for board. We are authorizing the board to do the needful and let whoever is relevant among the managers or officers to do the registration. God bless us. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. All protocol duly observed. The name is Oyetunde Olai, Pivotal Shareholders Association. Fellow shareholder, this extraordinary meeting is a takeover bid, and I will tell you why.
Why?
The company wants to raise 655 billion naira. 165 billion naira. Can any one of us, all of us here, if we decide to buy our rights, we can't afford. And the foreign technical partner is going to be the one to mop everything up. They now have 70% and above. By the time we didn't buy our right issue, they are going to have close to 90%. And with about 90%, nothing else any one of us can do. And now for the past, if I'm right, 2-3 years, no debate. Who will buy? Me. And the loan we are talking about was being loaned to us by our foreign technical partner. It's like, take the loan to buy it. All of us in this world, don't be surprised in the next 2 years, we might be there to take our money out. And I don't think it's proper. And SEC is not helping us at all to develop the market, including the economy. We on this side, we live on our so-called 20 cover, 30 cover dividend. And for the past 2-3 years now, no dividend from international group. Who will buy the idea? Like I said again, let's be a mindset. It is a takeover bid, no harm. Because $165 billion. I don't think on this side we can. Like I said, once again, I won't be surprised in the next 3 years if you tell me to come and take my money back. God bless all of us. Goodbye.
Igwe, Board of Directors, my co-shareholders. My name is Olama Baby Doctor. I have a question. Sometime last year, International Brewery sold rice. What did we do with the money? This year again, we are selling rice. Which way forward? Where are we going? Thank you.
Final comments, just 1 minute, and then we'll make progress. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Okola Emmanuel. I want to say that the last speakers are speaking so long, but I'll read my own comments. I want to tell you, sir, as at the last time we had a quarter meeting in Abeokuta, that was about October or something 2017. The stock market of this company was 65 naira then, and share price. Then somebody, a man that was sitting by my side, I think he had about 5,000 units then. So I wonder the value of the share now, because the market price now about 12 naira 65 kobo. So I'm not saying that it is out of order for the company to raise shares, and I know that the management that we have in place must have done their own calculation before coming out for these shares. But I want us to make sure that the money is well managed, and for us to know the value of the right issue, so that if we are taking, we know why we are taking it. Then thirdly, the company has not paid dividend for some times now. So, and one of the reasons why the share price is going down is that there is no dividend. So no matter how small the dividend is, please try to consider the shareholder for dividend in the future. And second to last point is that, sir, and in relation to this AGM quarter meeting, it is not the decision of the SEC for you to give us gifting initially or be giving us anything. So I don't think it's wise or reasonable for them to be dictating for you that you should do this or should not do that, because the meeting is a statutory meeting and it's being controlled by the law of karma, not the law of SEC. And if they want to give you any instruction, let them write it boldly in a letter so that we can fight it out. Because by the time the shareholder begin to protest, like I already said here, many of you, this company, they will be taking their own grave. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll now make progress and address the issues raised. I'll start by making the point. I think Mr. Nana will make the point that we must get the pricing right. I think it's a fair comment, and I'm sure that you as shareholders have been part of other capital raising ventures. And getting the price right is a sensitive process. But I can assure you that we and our advisors are doing the best to make sure we get the price right. Right is fair, equitable, and serves the need of all of us as well. You also made the point that the integrity of the board is on the line. I think we are well aware of that, and we accept that comment, and we do our best to represent you to the highest level of integrity. And whether the key shareholders are ready to take their allotment to ensure that the offer doesn't fail, I'll say that all of us shareholders should do our best to take up our allotment. It's our entitlement, it's our right. That's why it's called a rights issue. And to make sure that the offer doesn't fail. If we didn't feel comfortable enough to ensure a successful offer, we wouldn't be coming to you to seek approval to go to the market. I'll now call on the managing director to respond to some of the other issues raised, and she may also call on one or two of our colleagues to make one or two comments. But I'll ask managing director to start. Thank you.
Thank you. Firstly, good morning, and thank you everybody for coming today. I'll address some of the other questions that were raised. There was a question as to what the use of the money would be that we're raising. At the moment, the approval by the board is to use 100% for debt pay down, so not for work. Raised as to whether what was the progress in terms of selling rights last year and selling rights this year. I just want to clarify that this is the first time that we're doing the rights issue. We didn't do one last year. It was our decision to do this in one go, to as quickly as possible, that we can get to a dividend situation as soon as. I think that is it for the questions. Thank you.
We'll proceed now. Shareholders will be asked to consider each item on their increase in authorized capital. The first item on the agenda is the approval of an increase in the authorized share capital of the company. I hereby move that the authorized share capital of the company be and is hereby increased from 4,300,000,000 naira, 4,300,000,000 naira to 15 billion naira by the creation of 21,400,000,000 additional value of additional shares, which is 21,400,000,000 naira of 50 kobo each. Each new share ranking pari passu in all respects with the existing ordinary shares of the company, and that the new shares thus created be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and consequently that the memorandum and articles of association of the company be amended accordingly. Secondly, pursuant to the increase in the authorized share capital of the company, the memorandum of association be amended by deleting clause 6 of the memorandum and substituting the same with the following new clause. Quotes, the authorized share capital of the company is 15 billion naira divided into 30 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each. Would the shareholder please rise and second the motion?
At the back.
The gentleman at the back.
Okay. Chief, Shotunde Shokwebi is the name. Arise to second that motion.
Thank you. Will all those in favor of that motion raise their hands? Thank you very much. Would anybody against raise his hand? I declare the motion unanimously carried. Thank you very much. Okay, will all those on the board who are shareholders also indicate their support? Okay, now it's unanimous, right? Thank you very much. Agenda number 2. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the rights issue. I hereby move that shareholders consider and, if thought fit, pass with or without amendment the resolutions as an ordinary resolution of the company. Quote, that subject to obtaining the approval of the relevant regulatory authorities, the directors be and are hereby authorized to raise additional capital of up to 165 billion naira by way of a rights issue of ordinary shares to the company shareholders, rights issue, and that the rights issue be executed at such price, time, and on such other terms that and other conditions as the directors may deem fit. Will the shareholder please raise rise and second the motion? The lady standing at the back, the lady on the 4th row. Microphone to her.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mrs. Ayawa.
Thank you very much. Will all those in favor of the resolution raise their hands, including the directors, please. The directors who are in favor, please raise your hands. Thank you very much. Would anybody against the resolution raise his or her hand? Thank you. I declare the resolution carried unanimously. Agenda number 3, other acts. The next item on the agenda is the consideration and approval of other acts of the company. I hereby move that shareholders consider and, if thought fit, pass with or without amendment the following resolutions as ordinary resolutions of the company. A, and I quote, that the directors of the company be and are hereby authorized to approve, sign, and or execute all documents, appoint such professional parties and advisors as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including, without limitation, complying with the directives of any regulatory authority and all acts carried out, steps taken, and documents executed or to be executed by the directors of the company in connection with the above resolution be and are hereby approved. B, that the board be and is hereby authorized to take all steps to give effect to these resolutions and, where applicable, to file and or register the same with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Will the shareholder please rise and second the resolution? The gentleman is coming.
Thank you, very good. I, Prince Awosaya, Adetino, all the way from Central constituency. I look at
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Will all those in favor of the resolution please raise their hands? Will anybody against the resolution raise his hand? I declare the resolution carried unanimously. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formal business of this meeting. On behalf of the board and management of your company, I thank you for your understanding, the contributions and suggestions, and the keen interest you have demonstrated in the affairs of the company. Once again, I thank you, and may God bless us all. I now declare the meeting closed. Thank you very much. National anthem, please.
National anthem.
National anthem, please.
Arise, O God, Nigeria's follow thee. So serve our fatherland with all our strength and faith. The labor of our heroes shall never be in vain. So serve with all our might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and glory.